Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. So today is the 21st of May, and this is part 2 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 retro rides weekender here at Goodwood in West Sussex. I do apologise in advance for the wind noise. There's really nothing I can do about it. I apologise if I get things wrong, which happens all the time. If I get interrupted by announcements, if random people come up to me and accuse me of wearing pungent aftershave and I'm not wearing any, that's just the way that it goes on this channel. So yes, EG Civic here, loads of Civics here. The main ones we've seen so far, the next generation, the sort of EJ and EK ones. This has the little sort of funny tailgate that folds down like a Range Rover one, which is strange. Astra G here, GSI. I have a feeling that this is actually a bit later than 2000, but with a personal plate, I don't know exactly what year it is. These are just about the models like this becoming the classics. Opal grille wanted to be an original. The OPC was the kind of performance brand like the XR was. But yeah, it's interesting. I'll hopefully have a go on one of those at some point. A couple of W8 series here. This one is 1994 to 1995. That is rather nice, isn't it? It's not beige leather interior, it's more like a sort of cream one or something, or grey. But this is the 840 Ci. This is actually the Alpina version, Alpina B12 5 litre, which was very, very rare. I think these actually are the correct wheels for it. Not sure about these side graphics, maybe they are as well, but this is even faster. I mean, if you had an 8 Series, it wasn't enough for you with that huge engine, then you could make it even faster. Also fast is this Ford Escort RS Cosworth. Let's have a look to see if it's got an airbag. It'll tell us if it's later when it's got an airbag. Probably in 94, I imagine. They did have a few sort of revisions over the time, but that is absolutely and utterly immaculate. Predecessor to it, we've got a couple of other sort of classic Fords here. 1978-79 Ford Escort Mark II RS 2000 with some nice wheels on it. I can't remember how to check whether that's a genuine RS 2000 or not. Facelifted, one facelift came around about 1978, mainly due to changing the badge on the front to that oval Ford badge. Getting this sort of professionals vibe here, of course, from that. And then an XR3i, 87-88 registration. It's not immaculate or anything, but it's even got some sort of side graphics on it, which is interesting. I think those are original plates as well, which is brilliant. Another Unos NA. So those of you having a counter as we're going round today to see how many of the most common types of car retro road weekender, just notch one up on your score there. Nissan 180 SX or 200 SX, depending on what country you're in, with the bride seat. Yeah, 200 SX, so British market one. 89-90, so an early one. Ooh, Ford Consul Capri, sort of Lotus type one, but never was an official Lotus one. But of course, you can make a Lotus Consul Capri if you want. I don't know exactly what year. They're only made from 61 to 64. They weren't that successful actually, those originally. Razor Edge Carmen Gear. I forget the actual type number for these. Right-hand drive. That looks quite nice. It's been extensively modified, but that actually looks really nice. 1964 on a B. And then Austin. I think these were the 600 weight van. They're based on a Morris Minor. Obviously, they weren't sold under that name, but everybody these days calls them Morris Minor vans for kind of obvious reasons. But as you can see, it's Austin badge, wavy grille, 68-69 plate. These came in 68 to replace the Austin 35 van. Oh, viewers, now that is tasty. Peugeot 309 GTI, 1989 to 90, correct wheels. Let's see if this is a facelifted one. You can tell generally by the rear of it if it is. No, I think that's before the facelift actually. It's been 89 then. That's very nice. I really want to have a go on one of those actually, viewers. And then we've got this absolute monster of a Capri. I think I've seen this before. I think we've got some kind of V8 in this. That, when it starts up, is going to be loud. It looks like a dragster to me. Goodness gracious me. Well, hello to @TwinSupercharged on Instagram. Wow. So there we go, another NA MX-5 or UNOS for your counter. More likely to be a UNOS 9495 on them, sorry. Ooh, Pontiac Parisienne, right-hand drive. This will be maybe a Canadian built one. Look at the size of this compared with that Alfa Romeo next to it. Wow. That's in a nice condition as well. It's a little bit rough, but that's still pretty nice. Look at the size of that. 1966 Alfa Romeo Giulia. I wonder if this is a Giulia Super or just a standard one. And it's left-hand drive like most of them are. Garage 26. Oh, it's a TI. It's a 500 Ti. Excellent. More standard looking Capri here, had a little bit of work. This looks to me like a laser, I think, with those seats in it. But the front seats don't match the rear seats, so who knows? Very late one, production finished for these in December 86, so 86, 87 registration. E34 BMW 5 Series here. It's got the earlier mirrors on it. Same year as my Volvo 460. It's 1991 plate. Oh gosh, a Mark 1 Polo. Goodness gracious me, these are exceptionally rare cars. When I was born, my parents took my twin sister and I home from hospital in one of these. Theirs was an 81, like this one, 81, 82 plate. Facelifted, one facelift came in for these in 1980. Although you couldn't tell because this has been sort of modified, isn't it? Despite being nostalgic for Mark 1 Polo, I think I prefer this Audi 80. This is really nice, isn't it? It's a B4. This also has a Procon 10 safety system, which is what Audi were using before airbags. So it's just a 2 litre E, 93, 94 plate. Mark 1 Golf Cabrio GTI, be about 1990 this one, because they never made a Mark 2 Cabrio. Although they have got a Mark 2 Dash in it, I think, by now. And they made a GTR model because that is one of them. Another Cabrio from around the same era as this E30 BMW 3 Series convertible for the counter of most common types of car. This one's an auto. Is this a 325i? Possibly viewers, not sure. I think we've got another X300 Jaguar here. I'm sorry, it's an X308 on a V plate, so 1999, 2000, I should have known actually, because it says V8 there, so it is an X308, and it's the XJR version. I bet that is, quite fast. Saw this Volkswagen LT yesterday, 7980 registration, with a similar engine to the Porsche 924, the early 924s anyway. 71 Dodge D100 pickup. And then I think this is a Suburban actually. No, it's a Silverado. Do apologise to you. We always get things wrong, don't we? It's an R, so it's 1977. 71, and what about this one here? It's also 77. It's a Chevy pickup. And that is a custom deluxe, C10 I think they call these. What I like about this retro parking area on the Sunday retro ride weekend is its absolute variety. Now there are some very common cars that you see, but there are also some very uncommon ones, like this early Honda NSX. I think this came out in 1990, 1991. These are actually the correct wheels for an early NSX. This is a manual or an auto. Oh, it's an auto, so it would have come with power steering. The early manuals I don't think had power steering in them. Goodness knows how much that's worth. I really like that. K10 Micro, probably see one of two of those today. Ladies waiting for the video. What's that? 86, 87. Another E36 with a roof tent. I think someone's changed the indicator lenses and rear light lenses to make this look a lot more modern than it is. It's an early one actually. 91, 92, and it's a 325i with that straight six in it. 1988 to 89, Mini Mayfair that looks a bit like a Cooper. The Cooper wasn't actually sold in this country at that time. It was started off as a special thing for Japan, but it came in 1990. This is before that. As you can see, the radio is in a really dangerous place. But yeah, most of the Mayfairs from this era have been modified now. There's not too many of them that are original left. I have driven a 1989 Mayfair on the channel. I drove it many years ago. It was mildly terrifying. 1999 to 2000 Porsche 911 996. Is this a turbo? Don't know. Pass. Ooh, another one of these Sierra RS Cosworth hatches. I think this is called Moonstone Blue, this colour. Not the 500, so a little bit less valuable, but probably increasing in value as I walk around the car. Such is the way with these. Someone's put a disc lock in it as well, sensible precaution. Mazda B series, I think this is called. Interesting sort of vinyl wrap on this, I think. 88, 89 registration. Mercedes-Benz. I think they just call the SEC rather than the S-Class Coupe. Ooh, that's got a beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. 420 SEC, very nice. Couple of Mark III Golfs here. That looks like a normal one before it was modified. And this one is a GTI with some rust, hence at rusty_pudding.mark3 on Instagram. Hello to you. Uh, 96, 97, and then 93, 94. Ford Anglia. I think you might have seen this yesterday actually. Funny tiny little oil cooler type thing in the front of this one. Obviously been modified for track use. 1964 registration. Yeah, we saw this yesterday, didn't we? I remember the character cars of quality on the back there. 1967 MGC. Ooh, it's an early MGC, this one. And yes, it's got the bonnet bulge in it. It's how you can tell it apart from an MGB. And a Volvo 940 Saloon. It's been an early one. It's got the Lambda Sonde in the grille. Yeah, same era as my 460, so 1990, 91, with the famous red block engine. You can see because the block is actually red. That is the B200F. It's a 2 litre. Obviously the boot's not shutting properly. When Volvo started introducing catalytic converters in about 1989, they were very proud of the fact, and so not only did the cars come with catalyser on the back, they also came with a Lambda Sonde actually on the grille of the car. But just a GL, so that was the base model when the 940 was launched. And I think those actually are the correct wheel trims for it as well. Mark II Golf again, in fact another Mark II Golf. This one is a driver, that one's just a CL. 89, 90, 88 to 89. So look at the engine bed. This one's had some different wheels put on it. Don't know, is that the original? No, it's not original engine drawing like a filler cap. It might be, but a filler cap looks a lot more modern. That one, who knows? Toyota Celica. This will be late 80s, won't it? Yeah, 88, 89 plate. Oh, it's for sale. I'll take a look at the background here first, and then we'll have a look at the advert. Mr. Bill on the fuel power channel says this could be yours. It's the GTI 16 model. I haven't seen one of these for a really long time. Sometimes you see the next generation on from this. So Toyota Celica ST162, Ripe Survivor car, 4250 as is. So it can have manual conversion. I would just keep it as an auto personally, but it's just my taste. This has the XR2 purple wheels on it from the Mark II Fiesta. This is a Mark I Fiesta. 1978-79 registration. RS steering wheel put in there. So you had a bit of tidy up paintwork, but I quite like it like this actually, because there were loads of these when I was growing up around. And my uncle had one. Oh, viewers, now this is going to be a highlight, isn't it? This is the predecessor to my 460 GLE. This is a 360 GLE. This might even have the 2-litre red block engine in it actually, this. Very popular for sort of drifting and things. Non-standard exhaust. I really like this. Original plate, I think that is actually as well. Wow, I'd like to have a go in something like this. Very, very much. Don't know if the owner of this was watching the video, but I approve very much. 1988-89 registration. Corsa B, 1999 plate. Corsa B van. I hope this has got a nice petrol engine in it, viewers. It's got a digi-dash in it. Goodness knows what's going on with this. It's been trying for racing or something. I don't actually know. I think it's a red top engine. Maybe it's one of those Mark III Astra GSI engines or something. I don't know actually. Right, another 200 SX. Probably see a few more of these today, won't we? 1991 registration. 1990 Ford Escort Mark IV. Actually, this looks remarkably kind of unmodified and original. I'm guessing with this, has this got electric windows in it? Yes, it has. Probably like a GL or something. At least I don't think it's a gear, because that would have normally a gear. I think that's a GL. That's amazing. So it's a very, very late Mark IV Escort. E36 for those of you who are counting, another one. This one's coupe, 98-99 registration. I'd say 318 IS. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this Audi 80. Oh, that is amazing. It's a Quattro as well. I think those wheels are probably original, but they don't have centre caps on them. It's manual. Quite like that, viewers. 1992-1993 registration. Rather like this Mark II Astra convertible here. Very late Mark II Astra actually, because the Mark III had come in 1991, so this was made after those started being built. But it's actually really, really nice. So it only got the 1.6 family one in it, but that is just an absolute rarity, isn't it? How many of these have you seen recently? Not many, I imagine. Gosh, it's a really late E36, this one. This one came, would have been a late registration actually, because this time the E46s were out, so it's a very, very late one, this. A 318i Auto. Oh, viewers. We're in good company today, look at this. It's a facelifted 440. This is the SI model. I think those are the standard alloys for this. It's actually even got different wing mirrors for mine. It's got the different dash in it, doesn't rattle so much. And they've got 2 Panama hats on the back, not just one. It's 1.8 SI. But by this stage, this car dates from around 1995-96. You could have any engine in a 440 or 460 with any trim you wanted. So you could have a turbo SI or, you know, 1.6 CD or something like that. But yes, I'm very fond of it. I have driven a facelifted 440, in fact I've driven 2 of them, and they are in some ways better than the one that I've got, but never mind. Let's go on to this Lancer Evolution. It's the Evolution 5, 1997-1998 with rear wiper. That looks like a lot of fun. I have driven a Lancer Evolution, but it was a 10, and they They are just amazing on the track. Mr. Bill is here around. We've seen him earlier on in part 10. He is doing his non-shambolic non-shuffle. Actually, he's right here. Hello, Mr. Bill. You look very relaxed, sir.
I'm enjoying the sunshine.
Yes, you've been working hard today, sir?
Just a bit.
I thought so. Time for a break.
Yeah. Got to keep hydrated and all that in this.
Indeed, sir. Well, I better keep moving, so I don't want to get sort of burnt from being able to been same place for too long. I will see you later.
Yes, catch you later. Enjoy, viewers.
Bye-bye, sir. So there we go. That's what happens if you get here a bit early. You don't have to park all the way down there. Right, Mark II Honda CRX here with the VTEC. Well, hello once again to midlife_CRX IS on Instagram. So I think it's either a 91 or 92 that. I'd forgotten that the VTEC engines came in for this generation of Civic and CRX. I thought they only came for the next one, but clearly I was wrong, like I was about so many things. Right, 1987 to 88 Volkswagen Scirocco Mark II. Scirocco GT. Look at this original plate there. Wonderful, isn't it? E46 3 Series Coupe here. See if this is a facelifted one. Probably is. So that's maybe post 2000. I'm not sure. Personal plate, so we don't know. Ooh, is this Reliant Rebel by any chance, viewers? 68-69 registration. Same colour as that van that was in the Mr. Bean television series. Yes, it is a Reliant Rebel. I was right. This was a sort of attempt to rival the Mini. Because the Reliant three-wheelers were very popular, but then they bought a four-wheeler and it was about the same price as a Mini and didn't sell very well, unfortunately. It could have been more expensive. E30 BMW 3 Series. Actually, we haven't seen that many of these so far. Maybe they're in like a club or something. Hello to Benji_E46 on Instagram. I think we've had some work done to this one. Obviously very proud of it. And then we've got another Ford Consul Capri here. Local plate to the area, that's a Portsmouth plate. And we've had a 5-speed Type 9 gearbox put in this, I think. I don't think my Ford Ovals are original. I wonder if that's got a different engine in it. It's got some, more gauges and things in there. We saw this yesterday, viewers. It's the Mini City. 1979 to 80 plate. It's such a lovely car, this. Really, really original. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolute base model at the time. And next to a Maserati. Can't even read that. I'm trying to try. Can't remember what these were called now. They're sort of sensitive by turbo. I've totally forgotten what these were called now. 99 plate, so it just sort of sneaks into the show. It's the pre-2000 cars mainly. See a variety here. They've Consul Capri, Mini, Maserati, and then we've got a Mark III Fiesta here as well, which is a bit of a sort of bitzer, I think, actually. It's a later one, 94-95. I think 94 was when the smaller mirrors came in, sort of mild faced. These were made as a Fiesta Classic once the Mark IV would come in, until 1997. So hello to Ford_Brad and representing_retro on Instagram. Yeah, it's definitely one of the later ones. It's got the airbag, although it's got an earlier front end on it, this. I think from an XR2 or something. It's a 2i at the time. Ooh, gosh, someone swapped a Saab engine into this Mark III Astra van. It's a 96-97 facelifted one. It was Saab H engine, I imagine, this one. Didn't realise you could just drop one of those in. Why not? A bit faster than whatever standard, like 1.4 or something this might have been originally. Mark I MR2. facelift. Hello to @andesign_AW11 on Instagram. Very good time to take the panels off for daylight today, so we don't overheat the interior. Blue interior, of course, which suits it very well. Ooh, a Reliant Scimitar. Now, I think this is an SS1 Scimitar. Ford Type 9 gearbox again. Yeah, it's a 1.6. I think that was a Pinto engine in these from memory. 1985 to 86 registration. Yes, we saw this Swindon Civic yesterday, didn't we? It's a 1.6 LS 1999 plate. It's very similar in some ways to my Rover 45. But it's based really on the car that preceded it, the HHR Type Rover 400. I've driven two of these on my channel as well. Mini pickup, 1980 to 81 registration. I think it has a shinier grille on it. Normally it's like a pressed steel grille on these pickups, and they retained the house-style door handles, the sliding windows and the exposed hinges all the way until the end of production in 1982. And it's just the 850 as well, which is the lesser of the two models that are available. 2000 Volkswagen Golf GTI Mark IV. I wonder if that has the 1.8 turbo in it. A lot of them did. Hillman Super Imp. I think you might have seen this yesterday. Hello to, is that YJ03.GEL on Instagram. 66. It's a Mark II. Another Lancia Delta HF Turbo with some silly drawings on the back of it. 1990 to 1991. Not an Evo. Not an Integrale. This is sort of before that, and you could get them in right-hand drive, unlike the Integrales, which are only left-hand drive. There's that wonderful engine in there. Superb. I'd love to drive one of those, actually. Ooh. 6th generation Civic Coupe. I think these were made in America from memory. Could be wrong. I think this will probably be the 1.5, 1.6 auto. It's a 1.6 LS automatic, 1999 2000 registration. I think that's probably the original plate as well. Another E30 for your counter, for those of you accounting to see what is the most popular car retro rides weekender 2023. Later engine in this one. Wouldn't have had originally a big plastic cover in it, would it? And a 6-speed gearbox, so that's had some modification. Again, like the Delta 1991 registration. 1967 Ford Mustang. In a very beautiful shade of blue with white stripes. Oh my goodness me, a Jensen CV8 Mark III. This is almost identical to the one that was in the Baron. And that was also on a C plate like this, and it had a red interior. Although that's had headrest added. Wow, that is just amazing. Chrysler V8 in these. Little funny trapdoor thing up there, which is a hallmark of the Mark IIIs. So yeah, Edelbrock carburettor, amazing, wonderful. That has to be one of the absolute highlights of the show for me. Next to it, a car of the same age, also in 1965. This is a Ford Anglia 123E Super. Might have even been modified slightly further though from the 1.2 Kent engine that originally would have been in this. Yeah, classics with power, so a bit more. Local plate to the air actually. N14 Nissan Pulsar GTIR, very similar to the N14 Sunnies that were also sold in this country at the time. On a J plate, so 1992 registration. Ooh. Can't remember the model code for these. I think it's an E32 7 Series. The wheels, I think, are off something a little bit later. I don't think I've seen one of these, particularly a manual one. It's an early one. I think these came out in '86. That is 80. 7288 registration. SW20 MR2 with a Honda VTEC engine in it. That must have taken a lot of work to put that into here. Wow. And a 6-speed gearbox too. Actually, oh, it's for sale. £13,500. K20, yes, it's from a Honda Civic Type R. There we go, £13,500. So, dial 07534935524. Mr. Bill says, who is down there, this could be yours. Anyway, I think we'll stop it there for part 10 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Retro Ride Weekender. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, let us know in the comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more incorrect information.